Hello, everyone. This is Kimmy Wyatt. I hate this camera. This is not my regular phone, but I am doing this video of my hallway, you guys. It is after 4 in the morning. I have been before midnight last night, over 5 hours, putting this cover in the hallway just to protect myself when I go to sleep. Because I meant to show you guys this in the last video that I did, Kimmy this week. Please excuse how my apartment looks right now. I am moving and took all of the stuffing off of this mattress and was going to just throw it away. First of all, it wasn't even supposed to be over here. I was going to not bring this here at all. I'm just really upset right now, excuse me, so I'm trying to catch myself. But the not footboard, headboard, but anyway, the bottom part, I donated to the Salvation Army, and I was going to donate the whole thing, but I thought you might need that top part for something. And because I was sleeping in my vehicle and came home, and there just so happens to be on either this long side or the other long side, two holes, big holes, very, very large holes that were not there when I got the mattress. And someone came in, I guess the idiots wanted to hear me having sex with someone or you know, wanted to, there's no telling what could have occurred. The cameras can see through things, so they could have put a camera off in there to watch my vagina while I'm sleeping. It could have been an array of things. So I brought it here and went ahead and stripped it of content, and I kept this because after stripping it, I plan to make something out of this. So yeah, whether a wine rack or something, I don't know if I do anything with it. Just not in a making things mood, and haven't taken it to the trash dumpster, so I don't know. But behind it, and you guys can hear the frustration in my voice, this yeah, this love seat has been in my family with the couch to match. I didn't bring the couch, put it in storage rather, when I left the house, because my uncle was sleeping on it. He lived with me, and he thought he was going to put his bed bug infested mattresses in the home, and I told him no, and so I gave him the couch. And so because he was sleeping on it and things like that, it got pretty dirty or whatever. It wasn't fully clean when he got it because my brother had been sleeping on it. And as you can see from moving it, it didn't look anything like this when it was in the house, okay? And I just cleaned this couch. Actually, these little chips, I don't know where they came from, because I just cleaned this couch. Wait a minute, that's the top part. It doesn't matter. So I'm sleeping in the bedroom, and turn over. This happened 2 nights. I had this on top of me, you guys, before all of this dismantling and all of this. And antique, actually. My mother just trying to keep my composure. But my mother bought this. So she worked very hard for her money. And it's gone. I got the scissors and cut it because I was sleeping. I had this on top of me, not literally on top of me, but I was climbing through here. It was on, on the carpet on this part. And this was the day before yesterday yesterday morning and day before yesterday morning. When I turned, I hear some clicking. So I'm thinking, so first thing I did was I had been knowing they had been in my apartment and did something. Because they were too quiet. The people above me, they were making any noise. Like, oh my God, she doesn't know. And I'm sure they were conditioned to not make any noise because when I would do something, the idiot, the female up there would, let me walk back over here. The female, like I said, excuse my apartment, try to keep my stuff clean, but this is how it is. It is what it is. And I'm moving and I'm getting rid of heirlooms that I should not have to get rid of. But so I hear this noise and I knew it wasn't coming from me, and it was a mechanical noise, and I knew where it wasn't coming from. So I'm thinking you guys, this had some bedspreads and stuff on top of it, up here hanging down. Excuse me for sniffling. My sinuses are also kicking in. And so I'm thinking it's something, because, they're crafty. They're very crafty. These are the most ignorant dollar sign people that I have ever run across. And I'm telling you, I'm prejudiced now. And I am not proud of it, but I am. And I asked you guys to pray for me on that because I really, truly am. I was not at all prejudiced before this incident. It's one thing for you to keep on trying to mess with me, but to keep on and 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 keep on trying to mess with me, yeah, I'm prejudiced. I have realized it hit me. And not every incident. If I'm defending someone, I'm just defending them. It had nothing to do with, and I shouldn't even call myself prejudiced, because a prejudiced person is consistent. If they don't like a race, they just don't like race, and I have got to the point, I don't know, I just don't want to deal with certain races, and they include my own, sadly. So don't take it personal. I don't even want to deal with my own race of people, because they have shown me that ignorance is bliss. And I'm not the only one who feels this way as far as the people here. I don't know what screening process they did to put people in these apartments, but these are the most ratchetest people that I have ever come across in my entire life. Some of them, they go to church. They pretend like they're motivational, and they're some of the most evilest people on the planet. And like I said, where I'm from, you would have had to have done something to them for a person to act this way. You in rebellion, retaliation. But here, you don't have to do anything to anyone. And like I was talking to, I think I may have mentioned this in something I did recently. I was talking to a guy who was waiting on the bus. He has a special needs child, and he was waiting on the bus in the front one morning. And he said, my mouth was open to say it, but he said it. He said, and they have no remorse. He said they have absolutely no remorse for what they do. I said, yeah. I said that when you find people that don't have no remorse in what they do, first of all, it's satanic, but we're in the end times, you guys. When you don't have any kind of remorse for the stuff that you do to someone, end times. That person hasn't done anything to you, end times. We're in the end times. And I laugh because it's going to be a glorious day for me. I'm serious. I'm not afraid. I'm ready to go. I'm serious. It's going to be a glorious time for me because I know where some people are going. And I did something where I said you have never experienced anything on the planet that you thought that was to hurt you, a lost child, a dead baby, a stillborn. You have never experienced any type of hurt on this planet, and you never will. Not even your death that you will experience when you go to hell. It's just something that we have never experienced. However, it is going to be one of the most detrimental things that a soul should have to go through. You brought it on yourself. And the key kicker is, I mentioned this, I can't mention what soup for the souls they are, but, by name, but I was like, the word was eternity. Eternity. I've used this example, you turn your stove on the highest you can turn it on that you can tolerate. Let me put it that way. Turn your oven on the highest you can tolerate it. And then put your hand off in there after it's gotten to that peak, when it's gotten to that temperature. You can take your hand back out, cool it off, run some water over it, put butter on it. If you accidentally burnt yourself, it's going to heal. That's how our body is. We were made to heal. But that's temporary. Take that and to a power that you can't even imagine. Your brain can not even fathom the heat that a dead soul is going to feel, that is going to hell. You can't even, it's not even I don't even think it's listed on the Fahrenheit scale. Can you imagine? But the word is eternity. You're going to feel that for eternity. Suffering. And some people just tempt God. I mean, they really feel like either God doesn't exist, he's not that kind of God. Some people were raised that way. God's not that kind of God. He wouldn't do that to people. He's supposed to be a sweet God. No. Well, you got it twisted. God was sweet to you when he gave you the ability to make choice in your life. Ooh-wee. That's deep. That's the only time he chose to be sweet to you, was to give you the ability to make choice in your life. Other than that, it's choice. Literally. He's not going to intervene. He's not going to do this and that. And I see a big old hole in this corner right here that I'm just now looking at, and I don't know what that hole is. Can you guys see that hole right there? Right there. I got my finger over it. Now I'm going to move it. Let me see. Yeah, that's a big old hole. That's I don't know what it is. But anywho, I'll try to get over here. So, okay, I'm trying to see. I don't have my glasses on, but yeah, that's a hole. Okay. I'm not surprised, but yeah. So anywho, this is me showing you. I'm gonna go back to what I was showing you how I have to live. So what happened was, I heard this noise, either in this thing right here, which had cover all over it. These are I've had these for some years to do a project on covering them, but I don't even want them. I'm not taking them with me. I'm throwing away a lot of stuff, you guys, that I normally wouldn't throw away, but it's okay. God will give you double for your trouble and triple for your pain. So, so yeah, so yeah, so it's okay. And because the noise, in other words, no, what the noise that I heard, it was mechanical. Nothing should be have made the noise. So here comes yesterday morning. So I'm sleeping up under this thing, like I said, this couch. And when I turned over, I heard click, 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 click. Camera. But I already had known they had put something off in this couch. I've looked at it even at the other apartment. I looked at it several times. I've looked at it several times here. I already knew it was something in here. So I started dismantling it, but you know what? It's not even worth it because once you cut it, it's cut. So why even continue to look for something? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my guy friend put it on the back of his truck and we're going to take it away from here. I don't even want to dump it in the dumpster. Whatever they put in here, they will not be able to retrieve it because not only that, I want it burnt. Okay. I'm going to put gasoline on it and I'm going to burn it. But yesterday morning, like I said, I heard this clicking. So my head was, let's see, it was upside down. It doesn't matter. You guys, so I woke up like 6 a.m. and probably had just went to sleep. I don't know, both of those mornings. So have y'all ever laughed? Like just you laughing, but you're crying at the same time because you know what's going to happen to people. And it's you laughing because you cannot believe people would go to this length to do some stupid stuff. But you're also crying because you know what's going to happen to them. And you guys, I'm going to keep it real. This is not even this. I'm not even talking about hell at this point. It's stuff that's going to happen to these people before they even hit hell's door. So was the vehicles worth it? I hope so. Seemingly, keep people quiet. All the K license plates that are over here, you guys, that are over, and then someone had the nerve. Some of them have been changed. So I'm going to talk to the police department. I know some people at the police department. I know the mayor. Thank God I've got the opportunity to meet him at the grand opening event they had. I got his information. I also met the senator. I'm going to put in a request that they do a VIN to license plate comparison, VIN number to license plate comparison on these apartments. Yeah. And I don't care. It's a warning that I'm going to do it, but only choice you have is to correct your stuff and put the right one on there. But yeah, there's I ironically, when I left last Tuesday, and they didn't know where I was, and I left, and I was gone all day, and my phone, when I tried to turn it back on, and would come on, which is normal. It hadn't done that in a while. And I say normal because it has done that, but it hadn't done it in a while. And those numbers were on there. So I guess someone assumed that I was going to take those numbers. Unbeknownst to them, I still have those license plate numbers because I actually sent them to myself. Not going to say where I sent them, but I sent them to myself, and I also have them in other places. So I'm not concerned with that. But I went around this complex, you guys, and I'm always around the complex, and I noticed a lot of the license plates had K in it. Three letters, 4 digits. And I brushed it off, but noticed it. And then being at the front one night, they will let the residents can park in the office parking spots if they don't have their insurance on their vehicle, but they just have to have it moved without towing. They have to have it moved before the office opens up. Okay. Some of the people have been there for months, and I'm like, how do you have a vehicle and you don't have any insurance, and yet you're faking the funk, pretending like you go to work every day. There's just certain things that I don't get, but not my business. You spying on people, aren't they supposed to be paying you? I think I would be putting, instead of buying weed and doing all this, I think I would be buying that some insurance, wouldn't you? So you could park, what I call the square, in the inside, instead of looking for, but you guys, it takes all kinds. So, starting at the front, I started from the front to the back. I went around this entire complex and I wrote down license plate numbers. And you guys, I'm going to tell you, I've showed them to about 10 people total, including a police officer. I've also called the Department of Motor Vehicles and asked them how do they disseminate numbers. License plate numbers. And if you have a car dealership, can you request what your license plate numbers start with? I got a yes on that question. And I was like, okay. And since these people are getting compensated with vehicles, I put both of those together. One lady has since moved out, told me she was moving out, but I thought she was going to wait to her lease. I found out through another lady who lives in her building that she's gone. And this is the reason why that young lady came to visit me. She and this lady came to visit me and we talked about the issue of being spied on and spying. She came back the next day and knocked on my door. I answered. She said, I had a good time talking to you yesterday. She said, can I talk to you? And I said, sure. I said, well, I don't have any conversations in my apartment. I don't do any talking in my apartment. So we went to the curb outside, away from the building, but close to it. And she put her head down and I already knew. She said, I went out of town for a week. I said, here? She said, yeah. And I was like, when she said that, I already knew. You do not go out of town here. And no. And so she said when she came back, she had black stuff on her wall. And I said, which walls? I found out today because of the other lady told me that she had a 2-bedroom. So I wasn't for sure if it was a 2 or 3. And I said, which walls? She said, well, she got to thinking. She said, well, one wall is my closet wall. It's a whole bunch of black, like basically fingerprints, And I said to myself before she finished, I said, well, they put a camera back there. But I asked her, I said, what's behind that wall? And she got to thinking and she said, I thought she was going to say another closet. And she said, my bathroom. And I said, oh, well, I said, yeah, they put a camera. But this is what shocked that lady. That was before this. Talking to her outside after that, I showed her all the K's, the license plate numbers. And her mouth was open. Librarian's mouth was open. Everybody, the department, the lady told her what's going on. She was like, no, that's abnormal. You guys, I live in an apartment complex with over 100, almost 100. I would say about 110, maybe, license plates that start with K. Lots of them have KW, KWZ, KWP, KWY. Whoever this is going all the way down the list of that third letter. KWB, KWW, KWT, KWJ. Yeah. But this is what she noticed, and I know this is why she said she was moving. She was at the mailbox and told me to look in her back seat. She said, you see these boxes, I'm moving. But I thought she was going to wait till her lease was up. And she's gone. And this is the reason why. I told her when she was leaving me that no matter what side she decided to go back to go to her back to her apartment to check out the vehicles. I then decided as we kept talking, I said, you know what, I'll walk you halfway. So we chose a side, she did. And we started walking and her mouth just opened up. Excuse me, I'm going to hold on. I had the sniffle. Her mouth was just open because she was just in awe of all the K license plates in this parking lot. In this apartment complex. Hundreds of them. I could tell you more so on 2 hands counting twice how many cars don't have K. And then the next letter is J, by the way. K, J. But on the way back, we went around and went further than what I had planned to go, which was okay. because I noticed how she was just amazed at all of the letters, all of the K's. And then we got to, even though we kept walking, we got to the grass, where we were going to end. We didn't go over the entire complex because that was enough for her. And she had this look on her face. I'm thinking the look on her face was still from looking at all the K's. And I said, "You okay?" She said, "No." I said, "What's going on?" She said, "That car right there." And I looked to see which one. She said, "No, that one right there." She said, "We have the same license plate. It's just one digit off." And I digress. You guys, I live in the state of Texas, the second largest state in these here United States, under Alaska. What are the chances of someone having the same exact license plate number but being one digit off in the same locale? I think I would have won the lottery. What are the chances of someone having the same license plate, regardless of her, one digit off? One's a 60 or one's a 59 or something like that, the last two digits. Same parking lot, same apartments. That doesn't happen, you guys. You go to Walmart and just take a look. When you get out, just start glancing at license plate numbers. I don't care what state you live in. Just start looking at license plate numbers. You tell me what you see. Post it wherever this video is posted. Okay? Tell me how many license plates you see that are one digit or letter off. You're not going to see that. Tell me how many you see that start with the same letter. Now, I don't know what state you live in, and I'm talking about people in the U.S. You know, maybe your government has something going on where they all start with, I don't know. So correct me on that if that's how you guys operate. But in the normal realm of things, they're randomly, as the lady with the Department of Transportation or Motor Vehicles, either one of them, she said they're randomly picked. But then I asked her, if you have a car lot, can you, oh Lord Jesus, can you choose what you want your license plate numbers to be? I'm going to go on that note because, like I said earlier, her answer was yes. And since all of a sudden a lot of people here got new vehicles right after I moved in, not that it wasn't already planned, but they came into fruition when I moved in. And guess what? I noticed, not to count anyone's money, it wasn't even income tax season. And yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. I said, golly, it's not income tax season. Where these new vehicles come? Another thing, you got no longer here though. You got broke down, no good, don't go to school, 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds with vehicles. They're gone, but there's others. You got 17-year-olds with vehicles. Not that see, for you, some of you, that's normal. And maybe their mama and daddy bought it. No. Maybe the drugs bought it. So I'm gonna say it again. Some people know who to mess with, some people don't. Some people know who to mess with, some people don't. Yeah, her license plate, I said, okay. I told her, I said, that's someone who's watching you. The others are me. So, anywho, I said I was going to show you guys. Hold on. So, let me go back in here. You can't see. I've been doing this. Well, this video is almost 30 minutes, so this doesn't count. But I'm tired, sleepy, and I can't even lay down because I haven't finished making my little shrine. The sad thing about it is there are 3 doors behind, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 doors. There's a door here. You can't, that one's not closed. This is my washroom door, and my bathroom door is right over here. I would have to lift this up just to get to any of these doors, except for this one, and I'm not through. I don't even think I'm going to sleep. I'm not sleepy anymore. I'm tired, but I'm not sleepy anymore. 2 different things. Because I'm like, okay, you can kind of see through this, so I know. They're just waiting with bated breath for me to get through. And then there's the cameras going and all that. So I'm not sleepy. One of my punishments for them for keeping me up and going. And normally I would be working if I'm up. If I'm up this late or early in the morning, I'm working on my stuff, smiling, listening to my music. Not here, but that's normally what I would be doing. Not putting stuff on the walls and observing heirlooms and things that belong to my family. So, yeah. Oh, well, I'm not going to even say that because I come back and they'll be messed up. I was going to say something that I'm going to be putting on the You Like It, You Buy It collection of things that I'm selling, but I'm going to keep it to myself and just put it on there, okay? Come back, your stuff is messed up. So, I was just, yeah, this is something I noticed. You guys, okay. You guys see this? This is stainless steel, and I deal with stainless steel because I sell T304 stainless steel cookware. And someone inquired with me about buying this professional series toaster, which I have never used ever, and belonged to my mother, but I've never, I don't know, does this one I bought, wait a minute. No, this one did not belong to my mother. This one was mine. But, yeah, this one was given to me. But I've never used it. And it was in mint condition. While I was doing the video over there, you guys didn't notice this, but I was looking at it. And I told a lady in my apartment, she came in and she wanted to buy some things. And she asked me how much would I sell. Am I selling the toaster? I said, yeah, I'm selling the toaster. You guys, look at this dent in this toaster, which was not there. You can even see, if you guys look really closely, there we go. You can see where somebody got something. Focus. Thank you, Jesus. Someone got something and literally did that deliberately. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Because before that, this particular phone camera, I do not like. Yeah, someone deliberately did that. Why would they do that unless they heard our conversation? Trying to stop you from making money. Yeah, you see that, y'all? Yeah, that was just like somebody deliberately did that because they heard me tell her how much she could buy this toaster for. To keep her from not wanting it. To keep me here. To keep me from progressing. To keep me from buying this and this and being able to do this and this and that. Electronic gang group stockings. What are their goals? And I'm leaving this here. This with the free on it. Let people know it's free. This was actually a table top that I acquired where I was living in my vehicle. I saw it and picked it up. And because I wanted to use it as a craft table top to make my crafts. And I don't know why this thing doesn't focus, but same thing. You got to throw stuff away, because when I heard the noise the first morning, I didn't know where it was coming from. So I took the screws out and I just said, forget it. I'm just going to give this away. I had already, like I said, known that something in the room had been manipulated. Some things in the room had been manipulated. Like, you know what? Just leave it alone. Just give it away. And right down there is my Google Plus URL. So when I became famous, whoever gets this, there's the focus. Thank you. Whoever gets this can say, I got a tabletop. And then further, if you look, well, you can't see it. Let me do this. I'm not going to show you guys the address where I live, but it says my Google Plus URL, KimMeWyatt, was here, but left. And then there's a person I drew. Just, and then at the below that is the address. So if you get this, let you know I did it. And then on this side I have, God is the only way. It is. So I'm going to go. There's my Mylar. There's my mother's headboard and footboard. Which was also in the room. This is the one that had been in there, and check out the blue cup in the attic. Well, no, this is just a post that I have announced September the 8th as National Check Your Windows Day, because these headboards, which were in my bedroom back here, had been in the same spot even before I moved in my apartment. Gave someone that I know very dearly, a relative who had two young men, help me move the initial stuff, the first load of things, but I wasn't ready to move into my apartment, and so I had them bring these here, and they put them in the bedroom, and they had been in the same spot basically. But I say basically, they had been in the same spot ever since they brought them. And excuse me, I'm yawning. And when I got my key, I checked the window. There was nothing in here. I checked my windows. One of them was unlocked, like I figured. I locked it, left, and then I gave this person a key to bring a couple of heavy items here, and I asked them to please check my windows. And when I talked to them, I asked them, "Did you check my windows?" They said yes, they were or were not. They were locked or something, and so. When I did move in, I checked them again. Make a long story short, one of those windows was open. So I gotta go, you guys. So yeah. Bye.